like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones had it done since the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Let's take it inside his own 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Saints sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they've been playing well, really well. The winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And a big part of the problem, too many 3-and-outs on offense. That led them to only scoring 10 points in their last game. They're going to have to find a way to sustain some drives and finish them with points. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Olave holds it in. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down is Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to block it.
Under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are coming off the game last week, which was a very interesting game in Charles. Ultimately, it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year, you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this one too low.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got Renfrow in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them, but I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Carr. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Carr now on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Jet sweep. Carr backs it forward. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw him coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Play action. Now it's Carr.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball.
He's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 70 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. 14, Saints 3. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
On play action, it's Carr. He gets this one to Johnson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. Headed second down. On play action, now Carr. He completes it to Olave. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Carr. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Flushed out right. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The Saints on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The result there is the offense is going to come back on the field. A first down as they get 12 on the fake punt. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll work down inside the 45. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and 8 coming up. Carr going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw is Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He approaches drive a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on the first 2 throws has him huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up a throw. Complete. It's Johnson.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give him another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Back to throw again. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And this will be taken at the 13. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. The final shot here before half for Carr. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And Carr gives himself up, but not before he picks up a first down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake. Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's taking a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 7, Carr. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Saints are back within a score. Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. Carr will look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Goodwin. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them to 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A beautiful spin and room to run. Touchdown, New Orleans.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They did a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So now here's Derek Carr leading his guys up to go for 2. They'll turn to Kamara. And he is in the end zone again. Securing some oxygen. He scores on the long run. And then pitches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum. Great play calling, excellent execution, and then in the blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead goal and the search to find it again. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. Bring up what looks to be 5 inches. Can't be more than half a foot. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The open man here, Renfro. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Running right through it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 64 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Saints 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's out right at the 25. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Again, it's Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
Good for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard
A give to Kamara running right. Takes it to about the 37.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On play action, now Carr. Olave holds it in. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Coming left is Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. This one taken in by Olave. They'll get it inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Maxx Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Maliek Collins in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They stopped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball...
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about it.
There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. 54 yards. And the Raiders use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Trey Flowers picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Saints 20.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. That's good on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Here's a handoff to Jenkins running left. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
They'll look to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you...
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Carr. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Throwing his Carr.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Carr. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get in. The 2-point conversion is good. And we may be on our way to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Oh, my goodness, I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And part of you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it.